Hey everyone, and welcome to this Dota 2 guide on something I cannot believe a lot of players don't know about, and that is the organization of your hero selection page. If you're starting Dota and you're just leaving everything at default, you're probably looking at this, and there's a lot of heroes. And at the snap moment of a draft, whether it be unranked or ranked, you might be like, oh, who am I trying to find? I'm trying to find Luna. Where's Luna? And you got to type, you find her. Okay, fine. You can type and you find her. But there's a lot of information missing here. There's a lot of important things, especially when you're playing ranked, that you have to consider when drafting, and this screen does not allow it. Now, with Dota Plus, they provided the role assistant, which did improve things pretty significantly. They give you an idea of the safe lane, mid, off, and the two supports. And those are, of course, were mentioned in prior guide videos of mine, so take a look at those if you're not familiar with what a safe lane is. But anyways, this is a little more helpful, because now you at least know, okay, so I'm playing hard support today. Who do I want to play in hard support? Okay, I'm playing mid. Who are my options at mid, right? And you can see that there's some overlap, like Bat Rider is both off lane and a mid laner, and etc., right? So there's going to be some overlap. So this is pretty good too, but still, there's a lot of information you do not have here. Okay, so I'm going to show you two examples of how you could organize this page here to better suit you for ranked and unranked gameplay. Now, first of all, what you want to do here, if you want to make a new one, you just got to go to create new here, and you can start with any template. You can remove guys, you can edit the names, you can make this LOL, right? Whatever you want, right? It doesn't really matter, right? You can make a new one just right here, and you can use any of your existing ones as templates. So when I play ranked, this is what I use. Now, the reason why I use this is because I often actually just roll queue for everything, because I like to fill. Sometimes it keeps the game entertaining for me. But anyway, so the way I've designed this, so if you're like me and you like playing a multitude of roles, you can do it like this. I have my favorite position 1 and 2 I can flex as, and I have a backup. So each position has a backup. So if this person gets banned or picked, I got a backup. And there's a lot of important information here. So if I'm going Razor, right, in my position 1 or 2, I know not to pick Razor if I'm against a anti-mage, a Slark, a Chaos Knight, a Queen, and there's a lot of things that these heroes have in common. They can, first of all, they're common in my MMR bracket, and that they will break static link. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's very important that you are able to quickly identify during ranked whether or not your hero is effective at the given pick. If you're picking supports, you're the first pick, so it doesn't really affect you too much. It's usually the position 1s and 2s that have to kind of be responsive to the draft. But for me, Maiden's picked or banned in almost half my games, and I love Maiden, so I'll take Keeper. But most of the time, I'll take Ogre. So because I primarily play support, that's kind of my thing. If Maiden is gone and I don't feel like playing Keeper and I don't feel like playing Wind Ranger 4, I'll take an Ogre. Ogre's kind of like my flex. Ogre's my fallback either 4 or 5 position, right? And again, I know not to play Ogre against these guys. Like, for instance, I don't want to play Ogre against a Lifestealer. He's going to literally feast on me because of my health pool, and I'll never be able to kill him or trade with him, right? So there's a lot of things. Like Bristleback, I don't play with Maiden because with a Bristleback, if I ult, it's going to proc his Quill Spray, and I don't want that. I'll literally murder me and my entire team. So there's a lot of important considerations here. Now, let's say you're a carry player, a safe lane, a mid lane, even an off laner, and you want to have a more specific setup. I recommend this because I know there's a lot of you guys that like playing very specific roles. If I was playing safe lane, here are some of the heroes that I would choose. Now, here's how I would organize it. So during the draft, I'm the last 2 picks, basically. If you're safe, hopefully you get the last pick. I should mention, if you're a support, you should be picking the first wave of 2 picks, right? So hard support and soft support should be picking first, and then usually your off laner and your safe lane or mid laner, depending on who they're picking, right? Like if your mid wants to go Meepo, let them last pick it. But anyways, if you're going Spectre, right, for instance, if you're going Spectre, I recommend you set up your draft screen like this. So at a glance, you can kind of figure out, okay, you know, they have a sniper mid, they have a Crystal Maiden in safe lane, and they have a Lina in the off lane. I can destroy all 3 of these with Haunt. Easy. I can get to the back line. They have no escapability. I'll completely wreck them. I will carry this game. Spectre, easy pick. But if you also see that they're not being selected by the opposing team and they have a Storm Spirit who completely destroys Spectre, or a Viper, or an Anti-Mage, you say, whoa, 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 Spectre's not a good pick. Maybe I go with Anti-Mage instead. They have a Medusa, I counter Medusa, right? Slark's the same way. I think it's very important, though, that you always have an idea of who you're avoiding and who you're picking against. And having the screen set up like this helps you. And again, I really think it's important you always have a flex. Because like in this case, Drow Ranger, who's a safe and mid flex. Drow Ranger can easily play safe lane, can easily play mid lane, and also is good against heroes that these guys might not necessarily be good against. So there's very little overlap here, right? So if, all these heroes are being countered, which is unlikely, it's basically impossible. Well, let's say, Spectre's banned and there's 2 axes on the other team, right? You don't want to go Anti-Mage or Slark. Spectre's gone. You can go Drow. Axe is still there because he can blink on her and call and then you're messed up, but still, right? You have a choice to make, right? Maybe you rotate into mid so that your mid laner, you can adjust your draft so that the mid laner can go into the safe lane in order to kind of contend with Axe. You have that flexibility. So it's very important that you have a flex position so that you can effectively avoid losing at the draft, okay? This is what I would recommend anyways, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. This is a really good tip that I wish more people knew. Setting up this draft board makes the information so much better. And if you're wondering about how to actually, come up with these, like if you don't understand the game and you're just still learning, let me explain that right now so you can build your own draft profile. Alright, so if you're new to Dota and you're trying to set up that board like I was talking about, I would recommend you use 2 resources. One, Dotabuff. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Dotabuff, right? You're going to go to Heroes and you're going to go to Lanes. What you have here is basically a breakdown of the presence of different heroes and their win rates in respective lanes. So let's say you want to be a mid laner. You click mid lane here. You're given the presence, so how often Tinker, Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit are present in the mid lane. These are like bona fide mid laners, right? So let's say, you want to be a Queen of Pain, right? You take Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is a good flex because sometimes she's an off lane as well. So you take Queen of Pain and you say, okay, let's look at the stats here. So let's look at my win rate here. So I'm very good against the Devourer. I'm really good against Bat Rider. Look at the win rates here, 56%. You take that all day long, right? Who am I really bad against? I'm against Puck. I'm bad against Medusa. Medusa, 43%, not good there. Legion Commander, obviously, because Legion Commander can duel, and all the mobility and the squishiness of Queen of Pain is made apparent, right? Omni Knight, though they're not facing off against each other too much, right? 43% win rate. And you can start to build your profile on who you want to kind of avoid based on the information here, which is amalgamated by a wide variety of games being submitted. There's another resource, though, that I'm going to show you right now. All right, and the second resource that I was referring to is the Dota 2 Wiki on Gamepedia. This is absolutely a fantastic resource. So let's talk about our Queen of Pain again, right? Here's Queen of Pain. We're going to click on her here. We got a whole bunch of important information on her abilities and things along like that. But let's click on counters for a sec. So we go to counters here, and we see right here, we have she's bad against Anti-Mage, Arc Warden, Axe, and it gives examples as to why. Great reading experience here, right? So you can go through these here and you can start to build a list of the people you're trying to avoid. You can also pick a list of the people that you're good against, and it also gives you an idea of who you can combo with as well, who you can add to the screen if you wish to customize it. But once again, this provides you with a lot of good information to help you make informed decisions when designing a draft board in Dota 2. Alright guys, I hope this video helped you. Take a look at my other guides if you're interested in learning more about Dota 2 and the way to maximize your potential in this absolutely beautiful game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all of our wonderful subscribers. Take care everyone and have yourselves an absolutely wonderful day.